Welcome back to post-show headlines on this March the 18th. You didn't go too hard on St. Patty's Day, did you?
I didn't drink at all, no,
See?
but I enjoyed it. I put on green after we left yesterday, so you should be happy.
He's having a dry March, which is sort of opposite of people that do the dry January.
It's going to be tough for the tournament, and that's where we're going to start today here on post-show headlines.
He's Connor Thomas in for Andrew Saltunas.
Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, how many brackets is too many brackets? Because we got into the bracket conversation a little bit on the air, but Johnny, you seem like you're a one bracket kind of guy, and I'm cool with having multiple.
Well, I would tell you this. You said how many, too many is too many?
Yeah.
2 is too many. If you have a bracket and you're not just taking shots in the dark and you're just trying to go out there and make your picks, make your best picks, do it once and duplicate your picks. Because then when I sit with people that I've been in PJ Wellahans and other places where guys will have 3 and 4 pieces of paper in front of them. And they're like, oh, USC won on the buzzer beater. I have USC. And then they're like, no, you don't. Well, on this bracket, I have them losing. In this bracket, I'm winning. To me, it's pathetic.
It hedges your bets, though.
It's pathetic.
Here's my question. How many people do you think are not just guessing randomly?
Well, no, the thing is, though, if you're going to guess randomly, then guess your best and go once. Pick one. And that way you know when you pick multiple brackets, you don't have a rooting interest in almost any game. Because you're hedging your bets all over the place. So every time you win, you lose.
That's why I'm going to bet the actual games with money, and then that's my rooting interest.
Do you like using your betting app?
Absolutely.
During the tournament?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
I love that.
What do you bet? Do you bet totals? Are you big riding the underdogs trying to cash in and get?
Nah, I don't know who's going to win, but I know the overs are going to hit more than the unders. So I love to ride the overs in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
I always think Thursday and Friday the overs.
Yeah.
And I think on my BetParks app, I may have hit like 70% the last couple years.
It's more fun, too, than rooting for guys who miss shots. Hope Jack Olke shows up and just knocks down like 23s. And having yourself a good time with the guys.
Okay. We had Jeff McClain on the show today on Kincaid and Saltunas. And Jeff McClain laid the little Easter egg out there that he thinks a potential big move could still be out there at defensive end, which got us excited, and we're talking about all those options. And I'm thinking to myself, man, that is unbelievable. Like, the Eagles could be an embarrassment of riches is what Amy Fadul had sort of put out there. So I ask you, in your own life, when is too much too much? Is there anything like, could you possibly, Connor will leave today, he's going to go play golf before he's back with Ricky hosting the Hot Stove Show. Could you ever be too much golf?
Absolutely.
It is?
I went on a golf trip to Sarasota with some buddies last week or 2 weekends ago, and we played 4 rounds in 4 days. And by the time I was getting on that flight, I was like, I need a week off. Like, I need to not play golf because my hands were hurting.
And how much did you play?
Played 4 rounds in 4 days.
So you didn't double up on any of those days?
No, and I've done that before. Like,
I don't like doubling up golf. I did it twice, and I swore I'd never do it again.
Going out, like, I'm not old, but I'm 30 now, and the hangovers hit a little different. One night a weekend is enough for me. So I think that comes with maturity, comes with experience, that too much of a good thing is a real possibility. It doesn't go for edge rushers. You can have as many edge rushers for the Philadelphia Eagles as you like.
I've got a super dorky answer to this one, though, for me. I cannot binge watch.
Really? I love it.
I cannot. My limit on any show is 2 episodes in a day. Can't do it.
I can't say the same.
My mind wanders on a subject matter, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch 5 episodes in a day. First of all, I feel unproductive on the couch.
Well, that's true.
So that's one thing that bothers me, because that always bothers me, because I'm like, well, what could I be doing? Mm-hmm. But I find that I pay attention a little less the more episodes I watch.
That's true as well, but I'm like crushing Severance right now. Awesome show if you've seen it, and I can't get away from it. It's all I do when I go home when I'm not doing work.
I think one of my buddies was telling me, did they just have a finale?
They might have. I'm not caught up, so don't ruin anything.
No, I'm not ruining anything. Because I brought up you to him and you told me to watch it.
Yeah.
So he likes it. He likes it. He doesn't like it as much as some of the other big binge shows, but he does.
No, but it's solid. And when I get one like that, I can knock back 6 episodes in a day. Now, speaking of being unproductive, our boy Andrew Saltunas is on vacation right now. He's down in Clearwater. Now, he's doing stuff with his family. He's calling in. But he called us today and he let us know he's got strep throat.
Yes.
Sick on vacation. Is there
Oh.
anything worse? I want to know because I feel like the more I think about vacations I've gone on with my friends, there's always somebody who gets something on vacation. Have you ever been in the situation Andrew Salchunas is in right now, where you got strep throat or a cold or something when you were on a big vacation?
How about I'm going to take you back to 2018 when the Birds were in the Super Bowl.
Mm.
I would host the championship, the Super Bowl party at the Bellagio for MGM Resorts, and I did this for 4 years. One of them being the Eagles Super Bowl when they won the Super Bowl. And so I would get there though on Thursday. My room would be set for me through 4 nights. I would have everything set up for me and everything, and I was a guest of the hotel. I got into Las Vegas and was so ill. Dr. Roth at the time, my doctor, had to send prescriptions to the CVS across the street on the Strip.
Mm.
And I was sick as a dog for Thursday into Friday of Super Bowl weekend. And then when the second day of pretty much antibiotics kicked in and everything, I was fine.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. That's the only time, I think it's the only time I've ever been sick on vacation.
It does happen to everybody though. Like I haven't had any recently, but as a kid, I definitely had one, and
You
it was
did?
also in Vegas. I was out there for Thanksgiving because I had family in the area. My family and I went out. We had our Thanksgiving dinner or lunch, I guess. 'Cause It was
Sure.
like 2 p.m. Then we were walking around the Excalibur gift shop, and the next thing you know, clean up on aisle 3.
Oh, no.
It was-
Wait a minute. You pulled a Tracy Morgan?
Yeah, I did pull a
Tracy Morgan, if you missed it, puking all over the Knicks floor, delayed the game 11 minutes.
I wonder what he ate, but it probably wasn't the same thing
or-
I ate.
Yeah.
Yeah. My apologies to the Excalibur gift shop.
Oh, my gosh.
That was not a fun trip.
I think they're about to tear that place down, by the way.
Ah.
So you may want to make one last visit before the gift shop.
Maybe not like that visit.
That is absolutely terrible. I love the fact that we've got Andrew down in with the Phillies in spring training with us, and he's checking in every day. And as you get ready for baseball season, we talked about something the other day of gear in the closet. You weren't part of this,
Mm.
but it was like Andrew and I did a little comment because somebody asked us if you were to judge team gear in your closet,
Yeah.
how it was ranked. And Andrew said he thought that of overall, he had, Sixer stuff, Philly stuff, more than he had Eagles stuff even. But then he was like, but I have so many great Eagles things because the Eagles have more gear. But I ask you this, a follow-up, because someone actually sent me a question about it, is do you throw out stuff, clothes? Or do you have stuff that you could show me, I wore this junior year of high school, I wore this senior year of high school, and I've still got it as a 30-year-old man in your closet?
Somewhat. It depends on the size and the sentimental value.
How much bigger have you got?
Now-
How slimmer have you gotten?
Sometimes you got to remember, giveaway stuff is always normally size XL. I'm a large now, but I was a medium always growing up.
Okay.
And now I've kind of grown into some of like the extra big giveaway shirts that you used to get as kids, or the stuff
See,
that
now-
was one size fits all.
You mean my normal size shirts that I'm glad to get?
Well, as like a 14
Just so you know, just everything.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. but-
The thing is, I was medium was still moving on me in high school.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Listen, man, it happens. It comes for all of us. But I would say, and I'm going through the process of cleaning out my clothes and
Oh, so
stuff
you
right
are.
now. I do throw out a good amount of clothes. I won't throw out jerseys and stuff like that because I have the sentimental connection to the player.
What is your best old jersey?
That's a great question. I have an old Brian Westbrook in the blue and gold from when they wore those throwback jerseys against the Lions at one time that I absolutely love. Because
You could try to tackle him in it.
I
if
could.
you'd like sometime.
I absolutely could. We'll have
You
to
wipe the
follow
floor
that
with
one
your
up.
backside.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I got to out deadlift Haley. Apparently, is another thing.
Yeah, wait till
we're
you hear
doing.
about these details coming up.
Yeah, but one other thing that I wanted to get into, because you're anti the games in Tokyo to start the MLB season,
Completely.
and I understand that, but I want to change the conversation around a little bit. Is there a venue or a place where you would like to see a sporting event, or a place that you wish you would have seen a sporting event, somewhere maybe you didn't make it to, or a place where you're like, it would be really cool if they played, for example, a football game here? Or
Are you talking about the city or the actual venue where they hold
It could be either, Johnny. I'm interested where your mind goes on this one.
I think I would, if I'm talking about a venue in the United States, I still kick myself that I haven't seen a Rose Bowl
That's
or
a
a
great pick.
game in the Rose Bowl. It just always is visually one of the most amazing games. And I have friends in LA, and I've just never done it. That's something that I've always, been interested in, a spot. I've seen a game at Cameron Indoor Stadium,
Mhm.
one of the filthiest, rottenest fan bases I've ever seen in my life. Disgraceful. So, I mean, as far as that, they would be the two. But the Rose Bowl's the one. They'll be the number one. If I was going to go see my team play anywhere, I really kicked myself. I thought the Phillies in London would have been really cool last year.
Yeah, I think so too. Now we may get the chance with the Eagles one of these days to see them in London.
Sure.
But I would really like always you have the historic baseball stadiums, but I think about that game, the college basketball game they played on an aircraft carrier that one time.
Oh yeah.
Like,
it was Kansas and somebody. I think Kansas and Duke maybe
Maybe yeah,
on the floor of an
they
aircraft.
do those cool things with basketball games where you could fit the court almost anywhere. I really love that. I would like to see basketball played on more different structures. Like, city courts, they have like the rooftop courts.
Okay.
I would love to see like the roof of a
Like-
tall building.
Or like an NBA game on the Rucker.
Oh my
Like that?
God, yes. A park game in the NBA where you play at Rucker
Now
would
the
be
thing is,
unbelievable.
the NBA, the NHL has their stadium series.
Yeah,
Tell me that wouldn't be great.
it would be amazing.
An NBA.
There's a lot of opportunities for that. See, it's not always bad when the schedule shifts around the location where these games are
Yeah,
being played.
exactly.
It's
That
only
works
when
out.
they're halfway around the world at 6 a.m.
All right, enjoy your golf today. You're back with Ricky for a little hot stove talk as the Phillies are, 9 days away from opening day. Like, subscribe, post-show headlines here with Kincaid and Salchunas, and stick with the Fanatic all day long.
Hey guys, Andrew Salchunas from Kincaid and Salchunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, When John's Being an Idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.